Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Together, your hot destination for all games played on the tabletop right here on WDTN Plus. I'm Ben Jetron, and I am not feeling like a villain alone here. I also have Joe and Sartaj with me today. How are we doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I hear it's pretty good. So
It's pretty good.
It's okay.
I was gonna say you had it up just for a second, Joe. But if you're wanting to shoot us any questions, comments, requests, anything like that while we're doing our game, right there is the email that you want to send it to, gametogether@wdtn.com.
Right
so
there.
yeah, it's right there. Don't forget it. Rewind it if you missed it. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about two games that you can actually pretty much get at almost any game store or some big retail stores.
Yeah.
So because that's what the show's all about, is gaming together. We get you some cool games that we can do.
We're gaming
So
together.
yeah, we're gaming together. We actually played both of
That's
these
right.
games right before we recorded. Not for the first time for all of us, but just to refresh us on the fun ways that it plays.
We have busy
so-
lives.
I think we're ready to do a quick review, Joe.
Do you mean a Qwixx review?
Yeah. A Qwixx review.
A Qwixx review. We're talking about Qwixx.
Walk us through, Joe.
Qwixx is a fast, fun family game. I agree it's fast. I agree that it's fun. I don't think it's a family game.
Whoa, because
Yeah.
it'll tear friendships apart.
I was about to say, when we were playing it, I sensed a lot of tension between all of us, basically. There was a lot of tension. And like, never have I ever heard, Ben, you say, "How dare you take the number 5 from me? How dare you?" This is the only game where you can have that line just say automatically and be like, "Oh, yep," and then tensions continue to rise. But it's not Monopoly level there. I didn't just say that just so we can get our Monopoly mention.
Monopoly quota. We are paid by Big Monopoly, apparently.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is a game of high tensions despite being so fun. My copy I've had for a very long time, several dozen years.
So how does it play? How you play?
So you roll dice.
Yep.
You write the number of your choice available to you on a pad of paper, and I'll take us to the VO. You got some dice that are multicolored and some dice that are just white, and you go bloop, and you roll the dice.
My favorite part.
You get to cross numbers out based off what your number roll is, and you're trying to cross as many out in those two rolls that you can, or those sets of rows as you can. Game is 2 to 5 players. You can play 8 and up. You could probably play younger, so long as you don't eat the dice.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a dice eating
Fair.
problem, then you have more problems than just playing this game.
It's like being
I
a
feel
dice
like
goblin.
Yeah, I feel like that's a rule in every single game. Do not eat the dice.
But yeah, so the game is simple in the sense of you're rolling dice, you're writing the numbers down, and you're trying to get the most points possible by crossing out as many numbers as possible. The game ends when either 2 dice are removed from the game, or if someone gets 4 penalties. And to remove the dice from the game, you have to get at least 5 numbers crossed out in a row, and then either roll a 12 or a 2, depending on the roll. Roll, not easy to say sometimes.
And it's not as easy to just like roll and write numbers down, because like when they first heard that, I was like, oh, so what's the game part of it? The game part of it is when you're rolling those, you have to, like, on your turn, you have to like pick and choose, okay, which dice am I going to pair up to scratch off what number on my card? So it's kind of a strategic choice of, I mean, it's a game of chance because you're playing dice, but then it's a strategic choice of what dice am I going to pick to scratch on my card. So I found it to be a little bit of a we were playing with one of our managers, Josh. You can see him on the pole position. We were playing with him earlier, and he was like, "Dude, my brain is working so hard right now," as we were playing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was like, yeah, he's not wrong. This if you're somebody who likes to do math, first off, a lot of dice games are made for you, but second off, this one definitely is.
And
'Cause
it's
this is a
not
lot of-
hard math. At
No,
least.
it's
quick
simple.
math.
It's simple. Nothing higher than
think-
12.
Yeah,
I think
very
there's a
true.
lot
Simple
of-
addition of nothing but higher than 12.
I think there's a lot of strategy that also goes into this, because you mentioned earlier, one of the rules that I think you guys touched upon is that you can't choose some of those. You can choose numbers 12 or 2 through 12. If you choose like number 4, you can't choose 3 or 2 again. It's one of those things where, like, are you willing to sacrifice the previous numbers in order to roll big and get the higher numbers. And then the other ones are basically in reverse. So if you get something like you roll a 12 or something like that, you can't even get anything lower or anything like that. So there's really some strategy involved too. So I also echoed what Josh said. My brain started to work. And really, when your brain starts to work, that's when you know you have a game that can be very fun, but also it's very competitive as well.
Sartaj, I do need to ask the question. You did win the round.
I did.
How did it feel to win?
It felt very. I felt like I was at the top of the mountain, not the top of the tower per se,
Oh gosh.
but I will say that it felt good, especially since I joined mid game too.
I set you up really nicely. I had a couple of early point spots for
So
you.
then, Joe, you also won. In a way.
I win by
That's true.
proxy.
Yeah.
That is true. We'll share the trophy.
I'll share it
3
with
days
you.
at your house, 3 days at my house, and then one alternating day on the week.
We'll keep it
but no,
locally.
You can
here
play.
for
You
that
can play
shared.
for the final day.
We'll play for
Exactly.
the final day.
Exactly.
We'll play
But no, it
a.
felt good.
We can play a Qwixx game.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's Qwixx though, in my opinion. Any gripes with the game though so far? I have one.
Not really.
I have
Oh,
one.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I do like that the game. It comes in this. Let me. It comes.
It's
in
going to
this-
be a packaging complaint.
It's a packaging. It's not. It's So the
I
game.
think I know what you're about to say. and
It
it's gonna
comes
be the same
nicely in
thing.
this box, and it's
Yeah.
got this little
Magnets.
magnets.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
we like
yeah.
that. Not a complaint.
Rules are great. It's
Yeah.
it's nice and easy to learn.
Yep.
The pads,
Rules.
the sheets are double sided.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's upside down. And oh, where's my dice? My dice are gone. They're at the table. They're over the table.
Okay.
But you get like a pad of like what 20 sheets, something like that. It's a good number of sheets. Eventually, you run out though, and then what do? You have to buy more sheets, or laminate them. You can laminate your sheets. But this is where my gripe comes in. This is my big gripe. The sheets, once you laminate them, don't fit in the box. They don't fit in the box anymore. That's my big gripe.
No.
That's
That was
it.
literally going to be my same gripe.
You know
too.
what? It's a cheap game.
Yeah.
It's like a $10 game. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Target, I think. But you can get it at your local game store as well.
I found Joe's dice.
You found my dice. Yes.
I found them.
They were at the table.
There we go. But no, yeah. I mean, I also echo that same.
But that's
thing,
my big gripe
basically.
is that eventually you can run out of sheets, and then you can either laminate them and not fit them in the box anymore, or you can just order more sheets for like $5. That's my big gripe.
Gameplay wise, nothing to really gripe too much about.
No, it's
I guess
solid
if you're
gameplay.
not somebody who loves to who can do quick math, probably not for you then. But I mean,
or if it makes your brain hurt.
or if it I mean, yeah, or if you play around and it makes your brain hurt, yeah, that probably wouldn't be the play. But if you love colorful dice and just colors and math, I think it actually is pretty good for like if I was a parent who wanted to play a game with like a couple of my kids who are like young, school age probably. This would probably be a good game. It said what 8+ on there.
8 and up.
I mean, if you have a smart 6-year-old, I think you can go down. It's just colors and numbers.
No, I think this is a great game to help like kids learn how to play math. And I think
Play math.
Yeah.
Isn't that just what gaming is anymore? It's just playing math.
It's not always playing math. Sometimes
kinda.
it's
Kind of.
fine, whatever.
So what you're saying is that you want this game and the education.
I'm gonna steal from their little instruction sheet. They have this little thing that says a word from Game Right. They're the people who published the game. We first discovered this at this clever little dice game tucked away in a corner at the Essen Game Fair in Germany.
Oh,
Yeah. Several dozens years ago. It has hooked after only one round of play. Who would have guessed there'd be so many exciting twists and turns in such a small game? We love how all players are involved with every roll of the dice, with simple rules, fast decision making, and thrilling risk taking. Qwixx is sure to become a dice classic. I would say this is a classic roll and write type game. I would dare say this is like the mother of all dice rolling games when it comes to roll and writes. And I say that in the sense of like this is probably a game that will birth other roll and write games.
Oh, for sure.
Like you'd want to compare it to that.
It feels a lot like Yahtzee. Is kind of what I was like saying. Like if you wanted to compare it to like an old game that kind of like maybe this birthed for it, If you're talking about like this will birth something else,
Okay, yeah, sure.
I feel like Yahtzee would have been
Yeah.
a predecessor somewhere in the family tree to this game.
And while some people are comparing it to Yahtzee, I don't think it's like Yahtzee. I mean, sure,
No,
you can
but-
compare it in the sense of like, oh, this is going to
Hey,
birth
we
you.
roll dice and we write things. That's the comparison to Yahtzee.
That's a bad comparison.
Well, it's fine. I've played Yahtzee and I played this. I don't think it's that big of a jump.
Sartaj, do you think it's like Yahtzee?
To be completely honest, I've never
Oh
played
my
Yahtzee.
god, where did Sartaj go? I don't hear him.
We can hear him.
Oh,
I can hear him.
I can't hear him.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
oh,
Sartaj, can I hear you?
I can hear you. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
That was weird. I think I hit a button.
Was I muted?
We're good.
Uh-oh.
We're good.
I know I hit a button on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't. I've
It's
never
live,
played
people.
Yahtzee.
It's live. We make
Yeah.
mistakes, unfortunately.
So how much can you pay for this game and where is it? Where can
Like-
you get it?
10-ish bucks, $9.99, $10.99, something like that. Depends on. You can find it at big box retailers. I imagine you can find it at small box retailers. And by
Ooh.
small box, I mean game stores.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a game I suggest picking up. I do highly recommend Qwixx.
Sartaj, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I think it's good. Earlier you mentioned this is a game that if you don't mind quick math, it's funny because I chose journalism because I was told there wouldn't be any math, but now it all comes full circle here. I have to do math again.
Don't you hate
but
that we
no,
have to do
it's-
math again?
I cannot. I can't escape. You can't escape map. There's a number 2 above. That's the wrong way. There's a number 2 above me right here. You can't escape the numbers. But anyway, that's a separate rant. But I liked it honestly. It was very quick. I really do appreciate games that you can play very quickly. That it doesn't take a lot of time to set up. It's something you can pick up, play, get it done in a few minutes, and that I think is the most common thing.
So, speaking of a few minutes, I think it's time to talk about our next game after the ad break.
That's right.
We'll
we
be
have
right
a very scary game coming up.
Oh, it's so scary. It's very, very scary. We'll be right
Super
back.
scary.
Welcome back to Game Together. It is I, Joe, a Qwixx escape artist. And can I just say, I know I started the show off with a pun, but puns are probably one of the most evil things that you can do. Isn't that right, Sartaj?
Yeah, I think that's right. I guess after you said that pun, you felt very villainous.
I felt very... Whoa!
Mhm.
Wait, you felt
That's
villainous.
right.
I felt
We're-
villainous.
Me too.
That's
Whoa.
right.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about
Everyone
villainous,
on the
folks.
same page.
We're all talking about villainous. Sartaj.
Yeah, we didn't even plan. We didn't even plan that. We just had this board game just right next to us at the entire time. Yeah, that was really really weird.
That is
But
really
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, villainous. The best way I could describe this game is it gives you the chance to be one of the villains of your childhood movies or Marvel without any of the legal repercussions. So that's basically villainous. So I have the Marvel one. So basically, before we really dive into the rules, in the Marvel edition of Villainous, you can play as 5 villains: Thanos, Hela, Ultron, Killmonger, and Taskmaster. So that's what I have for my Marvel Villainous. What about you guys? What characters can you play in your guys' stuff?
I gave Ben and I expansions for the core Disney Villainous.
We have a lot of Disney, which is probably the most played out or like the most like
Yeah,
expanded upon universe of characters for this game.
it is. If I remember correctly, so there's 3 versions of Villainous right now. There's Disney Villainous,
Mhm.
Marvel Villainous, and why did I write Disney Villainous?
And Star Wars
Star Wars
Villainous.
Villainous. So there's a core box, and then there's a bunch of expansion boxes. The core box for Disney Villainous comes with 6 villains. That's what we were playing with earlier. So that meant we had 3 male and 3 female villains of classic Disney flavors. I was Jafar. Ben was Prince John.
I was Prince John.
Prince John.
I got
and-
their pieces right here.
Yeah, and then we had Sartaj over here being Captain Hook
Captain Hook.
He was the worst of all the bad guys.
because he
Not
wanted
Captain Hook, Sartaj.
Oh,
All right, all right.
So
look,
the
The villain arc starts. You have to tease the villain arc. You can't just start right off the gate as a villain. This is common villain 101 that they teach you in school.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. If you say so. So, the game comes with all these little pieces for each of the characters.
They're nice, aren't they?
They're nice. I'll be honest. For all the years that I've seen this game, I thought these pieces, and even right now, if I didn't know any better, looking at this picture, I would think this is glass. These are like a gel plastic kind of material. Like
Is that a gripe?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a gripe, but it's, I mean, if I didn't know any better, it wouldn't be a gripe at all.
No, I
because
agree.
I thought for years that they were made of glass, it's a little bit of a gripe, but it's fine. Anyway,
I thought it was going to be like a chess piece or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
It is very
that's what
chess. Well, no,
I
they're
felt like.
chess piece like.
anyway,
Yeah, I thought it was going to feel like that, but it didn't.
Okay.
the
Anyway, keep going.
pieces are just representations of where you're moving about on your board. So on your board, you have 4 different locations that are tied to like your character. You can, I have it somewhere right here. I have Prince John's right over here. So there we go. So
I like the tableaus. I think the little boards for each person is nice, and I like there's a little quote. Ben, if you could bring that quote back up.
ooh, there's a quote on the board.
Yeah, on the front of the board when it's closed.
Oh, when it's
Oh, we're,
closed.
Yeah.
we're learning
Oh.
as we go. Yeah.
This crown gives me the feeling of power.
Did you feel powerful with that crown?
Not powerful enough. I was getting there.
You
I was
needed more
getting
power.
there. But the pieces move around the board. You're gaining a resource called power, as all villains all strive for. So you're gaining that. You're using that power as a resource to spend to play cards, to do actions. You can I think the truly evil part of the game is another part of it, which is the fate deck. Because the fate deck, since you are a villain, naturally your enemy are heroes. So there are always heroes in all of the stories that these villains come from. And those heroes in particular are going to mess up your game. But you're not the one playing them. They're in your deck, but your opponents are playing them. So there's an action you can take called Fate, where you can pick another player, draw the top 2 cards of their Fate deck, and then you get to choose what they have to deal with. So like, you guys made a great example of just ganging on me and pulling my Fate deck and just pulling hero
waiting
after
for that.
hero out and just waiting and just filling up my happy little village with hope, and I hate you all for it.
Well, you can't amass too much power. If you amass too much power, then you win, because every villain has their own objective, their own goal to winning. And for Prince John, it was you needed the most, essentially, to have a lot of power.
20 power.
20 power to be exact.
A lot of power.
It's a lot of power, man.
Yeah,
No-
a lot
no.
of power. Is it considered villainous to help other villains?
Maybe.
We'll be leaving you in 10 minutes, Sartaj. Oh, okay, there we go.
No, this looks like the meeting's ending in 10 minutes. My location's going to be compromised.
Compromised
Oh, no,
in 10 minutes.
yeah.
This meeting will self-implode
Being a
in
true
5 minutes.
villain is being a villain to the villains. I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's extra villainous to be villainous to your villains. It's like a
Out-villain the
villainception.
villain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Villeption.
But so we didn't get to play far enough to figure out if there were a winner between us. So there's no bragging rights just yet. But we will at some point be playing a rematch for this.
Do we want to do actual Disney villainous, or do we want to do a different villainous?
I mean, at some point I'm going to get Star Wars villainous.
Star
I'm
Wars
feeling
villainous. Okay, so Star Wars villainous, it does have 5 core villains, and then there's two expansions right now.
Mm-hmm. Joe's talking, but I'm going to nod.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
there's all the core boxes. It's original villainous, it's 6 villains, and then Marvel villainous, it's 5 villains, and Star Wars is also 5 villains.
Big bad guys.
Big bad guys.
I've just seen the game been like steadily released, so I get like up to, just because I
They
follow all the board
They're
game
like
stuff.
there's a lot of expansions.
They
now.
roll out stuff all the time. Yes, Marvel has a lot of them too. Sartaj, you're very. It's very true.
I just
Ironically,
want to see
though,
how
with the
much I can fill the screen.
Ironically, with the Marvel one, it's like the first expansion has like 2 villains in it, and then the next 2 expansions just have 1 villain each. So
Gotta sell.
really?
you only get a few villains.
Speaking of selling,
Speaking of selling,
if you were going to get this game, because we've been talking about it,
yeah,
what would the price point be, and where could you get it, Joe?
I think it's you can get it like anywhere. You can get it at
Yeah.
Target.
Literally anywhere.
anywhere.
Go to Starbucks; it's there. Go to the place down the street. You know the one. It's there.
Yeah, just don't go to your neighbor's house and take. Their
Go to your
copy
neighbor's
of
house.
Villainous.
It's there. Your neighbors play
I mean,
Villainous.
that's considered theft, but that's also considered villainous.
I'm really cutting my
true.
words right now.
Just saying.
You can get this at most big box stores or little box stores. Same as Qwixx.
I've never heard little box stores, but I like that. I like that.
I
as a
Little
like
term.
box stores?
Little box stores.
Like
Well,
you always hear big
I've
box
always
stores.
heard
I
of
never
big
heard
box
little
stores.
box.
Well,
It does imply the existence of little box store.
exactly. What if there's
Yeah,
a tiny
yeah.
box store?
Ooh.
I think that's where you get like your little gotchas and stuff.
Yeah, that's where you get Qwixx.
Microscopic box store.
That's where you get
Ooh.
Qwixx, because Qwixx is a
We
small
keep
box.
It's a
going
small
down,
box.
down.
But anyway, yeah, Villainous. It's all over shelves of places like Targets and Walmarts, but I've definitely seen it at places like Epic Loot, and I think Game Haven might even have it.
Oh,
so
yeah, they do.
so there's
I've-
a lot
I've
of
seen it at
local
Game
game
Haven
stores.
multiple
Yeah,
times.
game stores have it. Big box retailers have it. There are so many expansions now. My big thing that I want to say about it is don't get all the expansions.
Yep.
You can't get everything. I mean, you could.
I mean,
but
you could,
shouldn't,
but I don't think
maybe.
you should because then I think you're just paying a lot of money, and because like the core box is like $40, $45 maybe,
Mhm.
and then each expansion you're looking at like probably $18 to $30, depending
Yeah.
on the number of minis in it. So if you're gonna get like all of like Disney Villainous, that's the core box plus 6 expansions, you're looking well over $100, probably close to $200.
Yeah, what are each of these core sets, and then like where are the expansion price points? Kind
I believe
of
all of
float
the core
around?
sets are about $45.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad, and you get a good amount of play out of them.
Yeah, and
I think
that
it's-
gives you like
yeah.
5 to 6 characters to play with right off the bat. So if
Yeah.
you, I mean, you
Oh,
don't have to
yeah.
buy a whole bunch to get a whole room to
No,
play.
no,
So
exactly.
that's cool.
No, yeah. I was about to say too, like it's good as an entry point if you just get the core box, because like you guys said, the Marvel one comes with 5 of them.
Yep.
So you can just
Yep.
get the core box and just play it from the beginning just to see if you like it. I liked it when we were really getting the groove of things, once we understand the rules. That's where we really liked it. But I think from there, I think it's just a better financial advice too. Get the core thing, see if you like it, and then go to the expansions. Because I think that's always important to mention. But yeah, I always start with that because I know there are some people that would get just the core set and then buy all the expansions with it. And then all of a sudden you have all these expansions, you don't even know the core gameplay.
And you
So-
don't even have anyone to play with.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So but yeah, so that's something that I think is great advice just to give someone. Get the core one. If you like Marvel, get the Marvel one. If you like Star Wars, get the Star Wars, Disney, etc., etc.
You're perfectly
Um,
setting up my one gripe I have
Yeah,
with this
so
game, Sartaj.
I
here's
was just
the-
about to say.
Here's
yeah,
the next
go ahead.
thing, and I'll just take it to Ben.
So, the main thing that I love about games are when you can interplay these things together. And unfortunately, in Disney Villainous, or in Villainous in general, the different IPs, I'm sure for very many legal reasons and game balancing reasons, do not play together. So the Disney Villainous expansions don't play together with the Marvel ones, for example. All the ones in an IP will play together. So the Disney Villainous will play together, the Marvel Villainous will play together, and the Star Wars Villainous will play together. But the IPs themselves do not cross over. So I couldn't play a Marvel game. I couldn't play a game with Thanos, Prince John, and Darth Vader, for example. And I think it's villainous of Disney to not let these games be interplayable.
I agree. No, I fully agree because I think that's a great setup to an actual like Prince John, Darth Vader, and
Yeah, that's a game I wanna
Taskmaster
play.
walk into a bar.
That's a game I want to play.
That's a game I want to play.
You know what?
I-
That's almost really meta. That the people who make this, they know that they're the villain, and they know that they are
They
very
made the villain move,
villainous.
not letting us play it like that.
I've done some scouring on
Very
the
meta.
internet based off some Reddit comment threads. It does sound like this was an agreement between like Prospero Hall / Ravensburg with
Sure.
Disney that they have explicit things of we can't just put them to be interplayable.
There's a lot of IP legal mumbo jumbo that happens in a lot of these games, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. But what Sartaj was saying, I think, is the way to go. Basically, pick the IP that you like the best. For in my case, I'm going to pick Star Wars,
Exactly.
and then just you can get the expansions you want there. Get the core, and then if you've got a favorite character you want, get that. Or if
Yeah.
you just want to get everything in that IP, just go for that.
Now, I will say something I really appreciated with the expansions, at least with Disney when they were first coming out.
Mhm.
They would do like 1 or 2 really big name villains that everyone knows and loves. Like there's the one with Yzma. Everyone loves Yzma. Who doesn't want to be
Yeah.
Yzma? But then they have like the lesser known villain in it, like Ratigan.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're someone who
Mhm.
loves some of the lesser known Disney movies, you're like, yeah, I want to play Ratigan. I love Ratigan. Ratigan's right in there. And that's something I loved is like the ones with multiple villains in it, you can actually play the ones you like. That they're getting not just the big names, but the small names.
It's very
No,
cool.
yeah.
But that said, Do you recommend Villainous?
100%.
I think
I like it.
recommend Yeah.
I'd play it. I'm definitely down to play it again.
I think both of these are good. They're similar in the sense of they're both party games, and they're
Villainous
games
and Qwixx, you mean?
yes,
Yes.
and
I
they're
agree.
games that are mostly easy to learn and get into.
Actually, I think that's very well said.
Yeah.
Both of them are very easy to pick up, quick to learn, and fun to play.
And something else I'll even note on them very quickly. They both have aspects of you solitaire with yourself, but you play against others.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Wow. These games had more in common than we thought.
Once again,
Well, if
you
only
are
you
being
could
the
play them
villain to the other
together.
two.
If only we could game them together.
Game them together. All right, folks. I think that's everything we have. Everyone, do we recommend these games?
We do.
We
and
do.
if you have questions, comments, or concerns about them, or have recommendations or what we should talk about next time, hit us up at gametogether@wdtn.com.
Yeah.
Pause the video. It's right there. Write it down. And
I'm
then
just gonna leave it here for the moment.
or just leave it
Also,
there.
make sure you send us an email. Which one of us three will make the best supervillain? Go ahead and send that email as well.
And who you think actually is the best gamer?
Wow. Well, that's wow. That's
I'm making them the villain.
you guys are going to be really disappointed.
I'm making them the villain.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to us on Game Together on WDTN Plus. Joe, Sartaj, it's been an honor.
Thank you.
We will be throwing dice and see you next time.
Have a good night.